Hello everyone, you're watching Riddles for your channel. Are you ready for Detective Hassan's riddles? And also, there are buttercups hidden in the video, try to count them all! Detective arrived to the house where a robbery was committed. Hassan, do you have any suspects, Jim? Jim, everyone in my house has an alibi, I'm afraid. Mary the maid has been sick for a week already and doesn't show up for work. The paperman has disappeared in a mysterious way and haven't brought the newspapers for 6 days now. My butler was in another town visiting his sick sister yesterday and on day before yesterday. Even my wife wasn't at home. A friend invited her to go to the beach and they were off. I have no idea who could rob me. But Hassan realized that Jim's lying. How did he know that? We can see that it's March 17th, 2021 on the calendar today. And there is a newspaper of March 16th, 2021 on the coffee table. This means that the paper guy was doing his job just fine, although Jim said otherwise. What's wrong? There are no holes in the socket. What's wrong? The moon in the sky is green. Detective Hassan was playing chess at Hotel Garden when suddenly he heard shot fired in one of the suites. Detective got to the first floor balcony in a flash and firmly pushed the door to the suite. Movie star. Help! They're trying to kill me! There was somebody in a mask here just a moment ago. He attacked me! I fought as hard as I could and then he tried to shoot me. Seems like I managed to knock out the gun from his hands during the fight. After that, he ran to the door and vanished in the hall. Call the police! Hurry, please! Hassan, maybe we should just invite the reporters who are waiting in the hall. It seems like all you need is their attention. And you should not bother the police with this pathetic play of yours. Why did Hassan refuse to chase the culprit? If the culprit actually rushed to the door, all the objects before the door would be scattered. Like the video if you really missed the summer already. Hassan discovered that a robbery was committed at an amusement park. An expensive metal figure of one of the park's symbols has been stolen. Hassan thought of one criminal who emptied funfair cash box in the past. He has done time and got out recently. And so Hassan decided to pay him a visit. Colin, that was his name, welcomed Hassan and let him in. Hassan, have you visited Elephant's Carousel amusement park recently? Colin, oh no sir, I haven't been at that park ever. I just heard about it from my sister. I haven't even seen their brochures nor websites, sir. Hassan, there was a robbery at that park recently. The culprit stole Mary Finn's figure in the dead of night. Colin, the one that used to be behind the green elephant. That's terrible. I'm so sorry. My sister adores Mary Finn. She regularly watches cartoons with him. Hassan: so, you haven't visited the park and you can't help us with the investigation, is that right? Colin: that's right, sir. Please don't think it was me, as I'm done with the robberies for good. Hassan: you'll have to prove this at the precinct. Seems like Hassan didn't believe Colin. Why? Colin started that he never been at the park nor he saw its brochures or website. But somehow he knows that the figure used to be behind the green elephant. This information made Hassan suspicious. Hassan is in a big trouble. He was walking across a deserted ravine where no tree grew when suddenly a hungry mountain lion started chasing him. Hassan had nowhere to run but to jump into the ravine. Luckily enough, he managed to grab the ledge on the wall and carefully descended without any injury. Suddenly, it started raining hard and Hassan noticed that water level started to rise fast and he risked drowning there. There was a cave entrance upward the wall a little bit, but there was sources of a very toxic gas which you can't inhale for long. What should Hassan do? Upward, there is a hungry mountain lion watching for him. There's gas inside the cave and if he stays, he'll drown. We got to think about it logically. It's raining hard and there are no trees nearby to hide. Hence the mountain lion, no matter how hungry it is, can't wait for long under the rain soaking wet and experiencing discomfort. Soon it'll run looking for shelter. This means that Hassan should wait a little and then get out of that ravine. Miss Juliet came to Hassan in the morning and boasted about her new golden earrings. Miss Juliet came again that evening crying and said that she got robbed. Her cohabitant, Mr. Chuck, stole them, but Hassan didn't even go to talk with Chuck. Hassan: Miss Juliet, you despise Chuck so much that you accused him for stealing. Shame on you. Why did Hassan think so? If we take a closer look, we might see that Juliet has her earrings in her purse. She just took them off and didn't even bother much to hide them. 2 weeks ago, a murder happened at Mr. Duresh's country house. Victim's name was Ben. He was found ambushed with a cut throat. There also was a witness, Mr. Greedy, the neighbor. Hassan arrived to help with the investigation and interrogated Mr. Greedy. Greedy: I saw my neighbor late at night. He was driving a bicycle and then suddenly he fell. Like he saw something ahead of him, but the road was completely empty, I swear. He turned pale like he saw a ghost or something, and then he rushed into the bushes. I followed him because his behavior was disturbing. After that, detective, I was horrified. I got into the bushes where Ben disappeared and stumbled upon his hand. Ben was lying dead with his throat cut, and there were no one near. They say that a ghost was haunting Ben and that night he got him as a revenge for something. Hassan, what a supernatural story. Are you sure you remembered all the details right? Greedy: of course. The moon was full on that day. The night was very bright. I had a perfect vision on all that happened. Hassan: well, that's great. Now I got the picture of what happened. So, what happened? Tonight there is full moon and the murder happened 2 weeks ago. This means that moon could not be full back and the night was not that bright. Greedy is lying and most likely he was the one who killed Ben. Hassan entered a grocery store after manager asked him for help. Hassan: "So, what do you got there?" Manager: "One of the customers lost $100 bill and can't find it. We close the store and don't let anybody outside until we solve the problem." Hassan: "So, let's search the purses." Hassan and the manager started to check customers' bags. Meanwhile, the lady who had her bag on the floor knelt and started to take out all her belongings. Mary: "As you can see, detective, vegetables, keychain, and my purse with $50. That's all I have with me." Hassan: "Then you can pick up your bag and proceed to the checkout, ma'am." Mary: "But why? I have shown you everything. Please, I'm in a hurry, let me go." Hassan: "The only place I let you go to is the precinct." Why did Hassan think that Mary is the thief? Seems like this sly lady put her bag above the fallen bill and wanted to pick it up while no one sees, but Hassan exposed her plan. Detective Hassan arrived at local countrysides where a professional criminal hid. Hassan and his team were checking the country houses looking for him. And finally, at noon, Hassan felt exhausted and stopped by a house where a man was working in his garden. Hassan felt terribly hot and he approached the farmer. His name was Ted. Hassan: "Sir, can I use your tap? It feels like I'm going to get sunstroke." Ted: "Yeah, sure." Hassan washed his face with the water from the house. The water was icy and refreshed the detective. Hassan: "What are you growing here?" Ted: "Just taking care of my favorite garden, just as always. Got cucumbers right here, tomatoes, eggplants, strawberries, and etc. Little nice farm, eh?" Hassan: "Indeed, and now please leave it be for a minute and follow me." Why did Hassan suspect Ted? A real farmer would not water their plants at hot noon. The sun burns the plants that way. Besides, you can't water plants with icy water. Doing so might kill them. The criminal was a bad gardener and that gave him away. And how many buttercups have you found in the video? Don't forget to let me know in the comments. Thumbs up, subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so you won't miss our latest videos.